Hi, this is Susan Adams with Quilted Hearts again. We're gonna do number 6 block A in the Urban Cabin Quilt-A-Long. As I've said before, it's never too late to join because they're really easy to catch up with. It's really easy to catch up with. The blocks only take you maybe a half hour or so, sometimes less, to do one. So if you haven't started, you haven't got your pattern, get it and catch up, and you post on Instagram on the 1st and the 15th, and you'll be in the drawing for a prize. So this is Urban Cabin Block 6, and I just wanted to let you know about a typo I did on here. On Block B, I have that it's the last, is second to the last two. It was E1 and no, E3 and 4. It should be F1 and F2. It should be a light blue and not the dark blue is what it is. So make that correction on your pattern if you haven't gotten a gotten a newer pattern. I've made the correction on the newer ones. So make sure you're cutting the right ones, the right colors. All right, now I have my little handy clip on my number 6. Like I said, I use these clips to hold my color group together with the number on it. And then I will start with, we're going to start with the center. Oh, here is block 6B. I thought you'd maybe like to see it. I got it done ahead of time so I could show everybody what it looks like. So there's your block 6B. And of course it'll look different if you use your own fabrics, your own, I've got a lot of people that are using their own fabrics, and it's turning out really cool. One girl's using, I can tell it's scrappy with scraps, and it is turning out really cool to see all the different blocks made with scraps. So you could do it really scrappy if you wanted to. So first I'm going to sew on like all the others. I'm going to sew part way down on the right side, go across the top, and then go down the left. Then our twist, our little different piece is going to be on the next row. So you only get one row that you go around, one round, and then we start putting half rounds, so of different sizes. This pattern took me like, over a year to do, because every block doing these different sizes and all, I got kind of tired of it after doing so many blocks, and then I'd put it away for a while and then I'd get it back out. It was just very time consuming. I had to be able to devote a lot of time to it to get these things figured out just right so that I could be able to tell people how to do it and be accurate too. Okay, I'm on the last one. All right, I'm gonna trim all these little pieces off. Okay, we have this first round done. Okay, I'm gonna just do a little press right here. And then the next one we're going to do is we're going to put a light blue one, the light blue one that is 2.5 by 5.5. That's the first one. And you're going to go, let's see. Yeah, you're going to go partial. This one a partial roll, okay? I mean a partial seam, where you stop early. And then we're going to put the top on. That is 2.5 by 6.5. Yeah. I mean 5.5, 2.5 by 5.5. That didn't sound right, so I had to double check. All right. Then I take a gray piece, the gray, which is, let's see. Did I do this wrong? No, okay. I've got my instructions wrong here. Always go by the picture. That is more accurate than, so I'm going to take the gray one, which is 1.5 by 6.5. Yeah, that's right. Okay. 1.5 by 6.5. That's not right. Oh, the longer one. That's why. This one longer. 1.5 by 6.5. It's going first. And then I'm going to take the 1.5 and 5.5 and go across the bottom. All right. And then I'm going to finish the partial seam out. And it's a little bit shorter, so I'm going to do it on the top. So I'll start where the partial seam ended. To get it to all line up. And then that's how you get that look. Okay, I'm going to iron it now, or press it. Isn't it funny how you grow up with saying different things? And I always learned ironing instead of pressing. And now that's what I say, and I don't mean to, but that's what I say. Because it's pressing, not ironing. You're just pressing. Pressing the seams. All right, so this is how it looks now. So next I'm going to do the black, and I'm going to do black all the way around. I'm going to start with the partial seam. And then I'm going to go across the top. Whoops, I just cut my thread again. Okay, and now I'm going to go on to the left side. This is like the fourth one of these I've made. And I'll tell you what, I never get tired of it. It's always fun. It's amazing that, because a lot of times I get tired of doing the same blocks over and over and over, and I dread doing it. So to do a different block every time, even if you're doing two of them, it just doesn't seem like it's that hard. It's definitely not boring. All right, now I'm just going to finish this partial seam off, and then I've got the last one, which is half rounds with different sizes. Okay, so next I'm going to use, oh yeah, the olive color. And I'm going to put on the left side first. Is that right? Nope, it should be this one. No. I think I cut this one too long. Let's see, I'm gonna check. This one should be 11 and a half and 10 and a half. That's what they are. Okay, so I'm supposed to be putting the 11 and a half on first. Doesn't seem right. Oh, I didn't show in the diagram how you're supposed to do the partial seam. So just remember, the diagram is not showing you the partial seam. Okay. I think by this time I was thinking you guys kind of would get the idea of it, doing the partial seams. So my bad if that confuses you. Okay. So now I'm going across the top. I did the right side. I mean, the right side. Now I'm going across the top with the green or the G color. And then I got this part done. Now I'm going to go do a dark blue. I'm going to do the dark blue down the side. And let's see which one's the shortest. And this one I think I cut wrong too. This is supposed to be 10 and a half. And it's 11 and a half. And this one's supposed to be 11 and a half. And I've got it at 12 and a half. Okay, that's my bad again. I cut this one wrong too, but I'll just work with it. Okay, and now I'm going to go across the bottom. think it's like an inch too big, so I'm going to make sure I leave an inch. Okay, now I'm just going to trim off this inch that I over did. And like I suggest with you is cutting it off before you start with your rotary cutter, because if not, then it could get you off. Yeah, like it did me. That should have been a little bit longer. Let's see. Yep, I've got to fix that because I've got a big tuck in it. All right. Anyway, I'm going to finish this row off where the partial seam. And I am going to unpick this because I only want an inch cut off here. And I need to get it to be 12.5, and there's a big difference. There's a big difference, like a 1/4 of an inch difference. But it's because I've got a tuck. I got a tuck in my seam. So I'm going to unpick it. And fix that tuck, which is 1/8 of an inch, which guess what? That equals a 1/4 of an inch, and that's what I was off. All right, let's redo this. Because you want it to be accurate. You want it to be 12.5 or very, very close. Easing amount close. Okay, and guess what? 12.5, yay. And 12.5, that worked. Okay, so I hope you guys don't make the same mistake I did and cut the wrong size. Like I said, after you do this a few times, you get kind of where you forget what you're cutting and how much you're cutting. And so I tend to not be as anal with my last ones than I was with the first ones. So here is block 6A. And isn't that a cool twist to that one? Here's the difference, 6A and 6B. And there you go. Have fun with it. Thanks. See you in 2 weeks.